all you can eat. Grab some firewood, charcoal, or wok, then create something hot. Make something out of nothing like Kenny. It's a winner, then guess who's coming to dinner? My favorite dish, just like that. Pulling flavor off the spice rack.
Starting.
Sage, cumin, habanero.
That was the show. So here we are. Welcome to Cooking with Kenny. My name is Kenneth Crawford, and I'll be cooking for you guys today some recipes that are real easy to make up together and put together.
I am Mr. Jeffrey.
Oh, first of all, excuse me. Let me introduce my companion here. This is Mr. Jeffrey. Mr. Jeffrey's on today. So basically, what we have here that we're going to be throwing together is a traditional Chinese dish, the stir fry. Can you tell me a little bit about the tradition and the origin of the stir fry there, Mr. Jeffrey?
Yes. Stir fry from a long time ago, when sacred or expensive foods were scarce, people wanted to preserve. With the invention of rice and noodle, the scarce food was spread, it would last longer. Vegetables help is stir fry.
So like he was saying, we take ingredients like cabbage or carrots, or onions are very traditional, scallions, mushrooms, snow peas. You can pretty much add any ingredient as long as the main core of stir fry is having elements like soy, ginger, and rice, of course, and some kind of protein. And go out to eat, your Chinese dish consists of all these things. So today what we got is some chicken, and some shrimp, some onions, some mushrooms, a little cabbage here, and I got some steamed broccoli over here that I got already pretty much steamed off. I like it steamed. It doesn't take off the, you don't lose any of the nutrients from it when you steam it or saute it. So just some great ingredients. First of all, I want to also just bring in what I'd like to call our secret ingredient for the day, an ancient Chinese secret, as I like to call it. But basically is Coca-Cola. It's a product that's been around for 125 years, and I believe that key ingredients come out, with the key ingredients in a recipe, or will tie it together and make it really stand out. So I believe Coca-Cola, a product that's been premium for 125 years, ties in with the stir fry that's been around for centuries. So basically today we're going to just put all these together. Where's Mr. Jeffrey at?
I'm right here.
So I want to go ahead and go through the ingredients with you. First of all, we started with this small portobello mushroom, cut about 1/4 inch thick. You can cut them thinner or thicker depending on what you prefer. And then I've taken and just made some petals with the white onion and mixed in the green scallion or green onion. And then of course we have, so here is the chicken. We have thinly sliced chicken breast, skinless and boneless. I've taken it off the bone and sliced it thin and added a marinade of garlic and minced garlic, some ginger, fresh ginger, just finely sliced, then some white onions, and of course the champagne and secret ingredient Coca-Cola Classic, which is a substitute for the soy, because the main ingredient is soy on the bottle. And another really good protein that goes into stir fry is, of course, shrimp. And everybody loves shrimp. It's the chicken of the sea, as we call it. And basically we put the ginger finely shredded into there, the garlic minced, the champagne, and the secret ingredient Coca-Cola Classic. So last but not least, or we still have a couple more, sorry, but we have the demi-glaze, which I basically have just chicken stock and cornstarch made up basically to thicken and glaze everything, and then shredded cabbage, shredded carrots, shredded red cabbage. It's all a really good filler, and then we'll take these in progression of how we want to cook them out, and how they all come together to really to be a nice a dish that that your family will enjoy in a quick time. Okay, so we got this white rice nice and hot, and we're ready to go ahead and start adding our proteins. So we're going to start off by grabbing the chicken, and gotta be careful when you got hot, seared grease and oil. What you do is if you get too much of it in there with the water, you can start a fire. So be very careful when you're cooking these kind of ingredients. So just gonna put a little bit in there now to get enough on that. Excuse me real quick. Excuse me, Mr. Jeffrey. We're gonna go ahead and add the shrimp in there. Put those around the edge. And real easy peasy, Japanesey. I'm not doing too. And then, you know, get those all stirred up. Nice and go ahead and kick the heat up on that. Of course, I prefer a gas grill, but you know, you make it happen. That's why I call it the D system. You know, do whatever it takes. You know, working in restaurants for 17 years, you know, that's what we do. Every day you go in there, you do whatever it takes. You know, your dishwasher calls out, you do whatever it takes. You know, you just take it in strides and make it happen. It takes a team effort, just like any of this, like cooking, anything else. You know, just all about, you know, good ingredients or good individuals or whatever you got going on, and putting them all together and making something that just is great. So that just can be kind of tied into pretty much all the dynamics of anything you do, day-to-day life. You know, let this cook up a little bit. You want those chicken, you know, you want to make sure it gets to an internal temperature of about 175 degrees. You know, we want to be friendly to that and friendly to our stomachs. Now, there we're going. Now we're getting some crack-lacking going on. Not to mention, you know, you cook it too fast and sear it too quickly, you know, you lose a lot of the juices. And this allows it to kind of cook in its juices really good. You can get the little serving dishes getting pretty close to getting done. You know, just kind of rotate everything around. Give it a little pop every once in a while. And then with shrimp, you can see as it starts to cook, it gets the really red. You know, and that's a real good indication that your shrimp's getting done. Once that gets pretty good, let's go ahead and get a dish to put that in. Alright, so we got this all finished up. Oh my goodness gracious, all those, that ginger and that wine and all that stuff mixed together. Oh my goodness, this is truly got some really good flavors. That chicken is cooked perfectly. And then I like to leave, the reason that we do the protein first is we get all those good flavors inside the pan. You know, when you start to brown stuff in a pan, you take that sometimes and even make up the gravies and everything like that. So that's really good. So this olive oil I get is straight from Sicily, right out of the roots. So I try to use the best kind of ingredients, and that's all it's about, you know. Getting the best ingredients, putting them together, and making a great dish. So first of all, I want to start off with the onions and the mixture, because I want to cook these off into a translucent, you know, consistency. Put those in there. I can go ahead and put those in there with about the same thickness. Anything with same thickness I want to put in there together. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of those mushrooms in there. This portable of mushrooms that we cut up real nice. We're going to let that just kind of simmer around a little bit. Oh, and that smells great. And you know what? You can even do some of those cooking juices that are in there. And I always think this is great. I believe in, and I think every chef that I've ever known or anything like that has always said, utilize every single bit of every ingredient. There should be no waste. Zero waste in a true kitchen. And so, you know, we can even add a little bit of that juice right there to it, you know, from that still cooking shrimp and chicken mixture, you know, which just gives it more flavor. You know, and the more you put in it, it's just like soup. The more ingredients you put in it, the better it comes out, you know. So got all that stuff mixing off, cooking up real nice. And like I said, I want to get those onions really translucent. And once I get that accomplished, Then I'll add the cabbage and the demi glaze that we talked about earlier to kind of glaze everything off. And then the final ingredient, the rice that we got steamed off right here. And we'll put it together. Where's Mr. Jeffrey?
I'm right here.
We got those mushrooms and onions and everything tied together really well and, you know, cooked down and just right, perfect, translucent. You know, you can tell when it starts to cook, and that really looks, that's really put together. And the ginger that I left in there from cooking the protein and everything in there, and the chicken bits that are still kind of stuck to the side, that adds so much flavor and it's so great. Oh my gosh, this is just amazing. We're going to go ahead and add the demi-glaze to this, which, like I said, it's got the cornstarch and the chicken stock, and that just gives it so much flavor. Oh goodness gracious. And plus it kind of steams the cabbage. So, you know, we're steaming that cabbage, and we're going to kind of cook that out of there, but you know, when you get your traditional stir fry, it's got that kind of glazed look to it, and that's what the cornstarch, it's kind of forms a gravy, you know. I mean, you've seen, you know, when you take gravies, you can either thicken them with cornstarch or flour or any kind of thickener like that, or arrowroot, but this is just the way that gives it that nice, really kind of glazed look, and that looks great. Plus, like I said, they don't waste anything. Using the different techniques, you know, and adding things at the right stages is really key when you're cooking. So we're going to go ahead, get that cooked up. Now we're going to go ahead and add the rice.
Bam.
And at this point we're going to go ahead and add the cabbage. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey. So we're going to go ahead and finish up with the rice. And just some steamed white rice that we got here. And I like to fry mine up, gives it a little more flavor. Just a couple of eggs. Oh, dropped a little bit of eggshell in there. Put that in there. And then once that gets cooked up really good, we're going to add, of course, the ingredient that is one of the major ingredients that goes into it is the Coca-Cola Classic. Like I said, everything we put in here is raw, premium ingredients, the best, I mean, of everything. So, you know, just that little bit of Coca-Cola Classic, been a classic for 125 years. Put that in there, and you know, that ties it all together. You know, that's the beauty of cooking. You know, people go, I gotta get that soy sauce. You don't got soy sauce, you know you got a Coke. I don't know if Diet Coke will be a good stir fry or not. We have our fried rice. It's got a lot of flavor with the chicken. I mean, pretty much everything that we put into this dish is in this rice right here. So that gives it a lot of flavor with the chicken, the shrimp. I mean, it's even got the hints of the cooking wine and the you know, secret, you know, sauce. And then next we have the shrimp and the chicken, and basically with it, you know, we sear it all off in the cooking pan and olive oil, and it's been marinated in all those really great ingredients. The secret ingredient, Coca-Cola, the champagne, and then, you know, we just kind of garnish it up a little bit. I like to give it a little bit of character, a little personality. Food has a personality, just like anything else. And last but not least, you know, we took our steamed broccoli, our cabbage, our carrots, our red cabbage, our portobello mushrooms, you know, all mixed together, all sauteed and steamed together to really form, when you put them all together, the rice as a base, the chicken or the cabbage and the broccoli mixture over that, and then just pop it together with the chicken and shrimp. You tie it together with a great dish, and you know, here we have stir fry right now. It's a shingle method that I got going on over here. Okay.
Shingle method.
Come back and see us again for another episode or another creation of Cooking with Kenny.
Talked all what?
Aaron, I know I've already talked to him about it's chalk. you can write with it.
A chalk dial, what are we doing?
So, here you got it. You got a stir-fry dish that we made up with the rice that has all kinds of ingredients in it, the vegetable medley, the chicken and the shrimp, and just, you know, garnish to make it all, put it together. So I just want to say thank you again. Come back and see another episode of Cooking with Kenny, and thank you very much from Kenny Crawford and Mr. Jeffrey. Cut.
The secret is taiku. Ancient Japanese secret.
It's a winner, then guess who's coming to dinner? My favorite dish, just like that. Pulling flavor off the spice rack. Sage, cumin, habaneros with the bite back. It's just a good dude, making good food. Ready to get fired up with you. All you can eat. Fired up. Yeah, with Kenny Crawford.